how Nigerian soldiers in search of bandits raped, looted and killed innocent people in BENUE community residents. Welcome to the news, and please do stick around to the end. There are emerging reports of how men of a Nigerian army deployed to engage bandits, raped women, plundered valuable, and killed people in the Conscientia local government area of Benue State in April. According to the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, FIJ, a lot of atrocities activities were carried out in the village Bonta, likening it to a slaughterhouse. The newspaper also reported that the Nigerian military brought down houses, schools and clinics. They shot at defenseless villagers and wasted dozens of lives. They claimed they were here to protect us, but they only came for us, says Emmanuel Gungo, a youth leader. They destroyed our properties and slept with our women, all in the name of chasing the bandits that killed their soldiers. FIJ revealed that the community clinic was burnt down by the army. Dr. Kara Tekembar, who does not know how the war started, shared his ugly experience during the crisis. In March 2019, he was deployed as the head of the medical team at Bonta Health Center. Now the military has brought down the clinic. I was sitting here around 8 a.m. when I saw an aeroplane coming. Tekembar recalls, agony locked in his eyes. I was told that soldiers brought it. I was here with my staff. We were armless. We could not help ourselves, so we decided to run away. When the angry soldiers came firing rockets, Tekembar said, sick patients and nursing mothers in the maternity were scampered away. Everyone in the clinic ran for their dear life. We lost some of our patients on admission. He said, 1 fetus and 3 patients were killed during the attack. Samina Gawade, 29, died in front of a clinic. He was just recovering from typhoid and malaria, but the soldiers' invasion ended his life. As he forged out of a clinic, he lost his footing, hit his head on the rubble, and died. Also diagnosed with severe malaria, Balaman Kumanga, 28, was lying on the sick bed when the soldiers stormed the clinic. She removed the string needle plugged into her vein and ran for her dear life. Unfortunately, fell flat on the ground when a bullet from the military's sporadic shootings hit her. She died immediately. Mbanagen Pandamo, 28, was said to have died at home. He managed to escape the soldiers' vengeance in the clinic, but on his way home, the military airstrike struck him. He died in front of his house in the pool of his blood. We also had a fetus born prematurely, which died in the hands of its mother during the attack, Tekemba shared. It is a sad moment for us. The newspaper also reported stories of rape and loot that went round during the crisis. Mercy Thomas, 31, was having a nap in a shady room. The time was 11:40 p.m. The sex worker woke up suddenly and noticing a cold iron was placed on her forehead. She opened her eyes. An army officer appeared like a ghost and ordered her to open her legs. I was really scared, Mercy recalled. He removed my pants and started having sex with me. I cried, but nobody came to my aid. It was a busy night at the Man City brothel in the Shangef area of Benue. The army invasion, 50 kilometers away in Bonta, did not stop the daily routine of sex workers and their customers. After killing dozens of innocent citizens in Bonta, the soldier returned to cause more mayhem, looting bottles of alcohol and raping women and sex workers. When he finished having sex with me, Mercy continues, he began to beat me for not crying while he was sleeping with me. He said he did not enjoy sleeping with me because I did not cry. Then he left. During an interview with Hemboden, another sex worker at the brothel, her eyes were filled with tears. The 28-year-old narrated how she was also raped at gunpoint by a soldier at night. I was sleeping outside of our yard, Hambedon recalled. I suddenly felt all wasn't well. I woke up from sleep and saw that an army officer has placed a gun on my pillow side of my bed. He sat and watched me sleep. When I woke up, I knew everything was not fine as I could not see anyone. The army officer ordered me into my room and slept with me at gunpoint. Doris was gang-raped by more than 2 military officers in her room. Account of Hembadon and Mercy revealed that she was a sales girl at the brothel and not a sex worker, but the soldiers raped and violated her. As for my sister Doris, she is not one of us, but she was raped by those officers, Mercy said. She was seriously manhandled by 2 of the military guys. Although sex with strange men is the daily business of Hembadon and Mercy, they admitted the army officers never sought their consent when they barged into their brothel. They said the officers raped other women like Doris who are not thought sex workers. Those army guys will not see anything good in life for what they did, Mercy said with her eyes filled with anger. The atrocity did not end with murder and rape. They also robbed the defenseless citizen in broad daylight. During the vengeful raid, the soldiers turned a local church, St. Lucy Parish, an operational base, denying the worshippers of the activities. The military men also invaded a bar and looted bottles of alcohol. Pray for my home place, Shengiftiyev, so they can survive this onslaught by well-armed soldiers, a resident told FIG. They have taken over the parish house at Awaj and have made a barrack of sorts. This has become the operational base. From there, they pounce on anything they want and it is theirs. 3 other residents verified the claim, saying the soldiers watched football for free anywhere and at the end took a percentage of the viewing center's collection. They drank in the bar after raping women. If you see what people went through, it is so pathetic. Another resident revealed. In the event of the agony unleashed in the community, students were forced out of school. The expanse of Bonta Primary School has been turned into a learning ground for ghosts. The secondary school was razed. Other private and public schools in the community are shut down indefinitely. Ķ′ŁŁ Gideon, 55, is still shocked by the level of destruction caused by the military men. It baffles him that soldiers could be so heartless, that they could not spare school children. Everything was destroyed, Gideon said. They could not even pity children. They came and started shooting. They were camouflaged and they were putting on explosive devices. Some people developed hearing problems due to the sounds of explosives. The aeroplane was moving around and the ground soldiers were moving too. They were destroying houses. Before the invasion, there were over 400 pupils in the primary section of the school and about 600 in the secondary section. According to Gideon, but they have all been forced out of school. Nigeria already had made more than 10 million out of school children, the highest in the world according to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. By invading and destroying schools in Bonta, the military has added over 1,000 to the number out of school children in the country. And unfortunately, no government official has shown interest in our matter. Gideon adds, we are left alone in this mess. Poor teachers, peasant farmers. The massacre that broke out, in Bonta has turned school teachers of the town into peasant farmers, especially in Sejambe village. Dozens of the pupils were seeking refuge in neighboring communities. Some of the children orphaned by the killer soldiers are struggling to survive without their parents. The soldiers were burning and destroying houses in the name of looking for bandits, says Jembe Myom, a teacher turned farmer. So people ran. Then from there we came back and discovered that school has fallen. The staff quarters had been burnt and everything had been destroyed in our school by the army. Nyom, anguish written all over him, stutters when asked about the whereabouts of his people. We do not know where they are, he declares. In fact, it will be difficult to find them because the soldiers have destroyed their houses and they have no place to live now. Iofa Dominic, the principal of Mbata Comprehensive High School, expressed worries about the resumption of academic activities in the community. He had taken no steps as the head teacher of the school because he does not know the right authority to write to. Dominic was more worried about himself. He has lost his wife, his home, and his job to the fatal violence. He was concerned about survival now that he has no other means but farming. We do not have anything to do, he said. On behalf of the school teachers, our homes have been destroyed and the school have been brought down. We only go to the farm during the day and return at night. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Till I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.